Yeah, pretty much got a good setup. Club face is squared up nicely behind that ball. Club and ball are middle of your stance. You know, your feet are about shoulder width or your shoulder width. Feet and hips are lined up in a good complementary manner alongside the club face. But just like our last golfer had, I think you know, Bob, your right arm too rigid, okay? And what happens is when that right arm gets too rigid, obviously your shoulders can open up. It just puts a lot of tension in that right side of your body. You want to have the right side of your body, your right arm and hand, a little softer. You can almost see how the stricker's tucked in there.
Right.
If you can tuck that elbow in a little bit, it'll square up your shoulders, especially as you get into longer clubs, drivers and 3-woods. So that'll allow them to go back with your shoulders. If they're not squared, your arms have to involve themselves initially in the takeaway. Everything else I like, posture included. You're going to watch the club go away from the ball now. You can see in your case the club head has to move away from the ball. See how it slides almost outside the ball line, outside my screen?
Right.
That's your way of releasing that right elbow. So it's a little hitch out.
Okay.
But if you can't do that every time, which is not easy, I wouldn't want to do it, then it's going to break down potentially. So it slides out, up, and then you rise it up over your shoulder. And you can see the top get in a pretty good position, but now you have to rely on not throwing it over the top is the key. And there's a little bit of over the top. See that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Club gets casted, and then it comes almost side by screen again. Yep. Comes across the ball and cuts at it. And depending on the face angle, it's either going to be cuts or pulls, right? So we get the club to go back more directly back from the ball with the relaxing of the right arm, as I mentioned. You can return that way without having to cast it or be forced to cast it. And you apply that to any club in your bag, basically, right?
Okay.